Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see the Cubs taking on the Atlanta Braves in Fulton County for game 3 out of 4 to kick off this road trip. The Cubs, for their part, are going to send a starting pitcher out to the mound today, Lance McCullers. He is making start number 6 with a 4-0 record, a 197 ERA, and a 138 whip. The Cubs lineup today will include Hoerner, Correa, Rizzo, Springer, Santana, Amaya, Tauchman, McCullers, and Paradas batting ninth. The Braves are going to send Kyle Wright out to the mound. Wright is making start number 5. He is 1-1 with a 171 ERA and a 104 whip. The Braves lineup today will be Pescia, Inciarte, Albies, Acuna, Freeman, Darnaud, Camargo, Fletcher, and Wright batting ninth. It is 63 degrees today, and the wind blowing out to left at 9 mph. And now, it is time for the Braves to take the field and get this game underway. Kyle Wright is standing out on the mound, and Nico Hoerner stepping into the batter's box for the Cubs. The Cubs coming into today's game, first place in the Central with a 15-8 record, facing off with the Braves, who are 12-11, second place in the East. Kyle Wright on the mound has looked pretty sharp so far this year, and here's the pitch. Hoerner grounds it over to third. The throw goes to first, and that'll be out number 1. Next up, Carlos Correa with 1 out and nobody on. Correa waiting for the full count pitch. Here it comes. Strike 3 is called. Wright strikes him out looking with the fastball at 93. And now Rizzo the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Rizzo waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3 and a big curveball. And that'll end the inning. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. Pescia will lead off for the Braves here in the bottom of the first inning against Lance McCullers. McCullers working with a 1-ball count. Here is the pitch to Pescia. And there's a grounder to second. Hoerner has it. He throws to first and throws out the speedy Pescia by about 2 steps for out number 1. Inciarte now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a 1-strike count and the pitch to Inciarte. And that's a liner into center field. Coming in fast is Springer. He slides and makes the catch for out number 2. Nice defensive effort by George Springer out there in center field. And Ozzie Albies now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 1-2 count. McCullers delivers the pitch, and he hits him with the pitch. McCullers plunks him in the shoulder, and that's going to be a runner on first with 2 outs. Albies the runner on first. Acuna now the batter. I'm going to throw over to first just to keep him honest. The throw goes over, and he's back in plenty of time. And now McCullers facing Acuna with a full count. And ball 4 is thrown low and in, so Acuna draws the walk. And now the Braves have 2 men on with 2 out. Freddie Freeman the next batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. McCullers dealing a 3-0 pitch. And he misses inside for ball 4. And suddenly, after recording 2 straight outs, the Braves have now loaded the bases. And Travis Darnaud is the batter with 2 outs and 3 runners on base. McCullers trying to work his way out of a self-inflicted jam here. Here's a 1-1 pitch and a liner into center field. That's going to drive in a run. The single to center will drive in 2, and that gives Darnaud a 2-run RBI single here in the bottom of the first inning. That is the first Braves hit of this ball game, and it brings up Camargo with 2 outs and 2 men on. McCullers working with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, and he hits him. McCullers hits him, and he really seems to be struggling here in the first inning. That's the second batter that he has hit, and now Fletcher is the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded again. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a grounder towards short. Picked up and thrown over to first, which will end the inning. The Braves score twice. They leave the bases loaded. We're going to the top of the second of a 2-1 ball game. George Springer is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the second inning against Kyle Wright. Here's an 0-2 pitch, and there's a pop-up to right center field. Heading over is the right fielder, and Acuna makes the catch for out number 1. Santana now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 3-0 pitch to Danny Santana, and that is inside for ball 4. So Santana draws the walk. He heads down to first. And now Miguel Amaya is the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Right facing Amaya with a 1-1 count. And a grounder to third, picked up and thrown to first. And Miguel Amaya is going to beat that out for an infield hit. That's amazing. Amaya just got his annual infield hit. And now the Cubs have first and second with 1 out. Mike Tauchman is the next batter. Cubs down by 2, trying to rally here in the second inning. Tauchman swinging away with a 1-1 pitch, and there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first for the second out of the inning. I'm surprised they didn't try to get the double play, but he threw it directly to first to get the sure out. And that brings up the pitcher McCullers with 2 outs, 2 men on. McCullers with a chance to add to his cause here in the top of the second inning. Here's a full count pitch, and McCullers grounds it to second. The throw goes to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the second of a 2-0 ball game. McCullers now will face right to lead off for the Braves in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third. The throw over to first, and that'll be out number 1. Next up, Christian Pacia with 1 out and nobody on. McCullers working with a 1-1 count. And there's a liner right at the first baseman Rizzo. He is going to get some leather on it for out number 2. Inciarte now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Inciarte, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So McCullers recovers nicely after a rough first inning. The Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the third of a 2-0 ball game. Paradas facing right here in the top of the third inning. 1 strike count. Paradas waiting for the pitch. And he's going to drive that one into the gap in left center field. Plenty high, though. The left fielder gets under it, and Inciarte makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Hoerner now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Nico Hoerner, and he's going to pop that one up straight away center field. Coming in fast as Pacia. He makes the running catch for out number 2. Correa now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Right working with a 1 strike count. Here is the pitch. And a liner into center field. That'll be a base hit. So a 2-out single for Carlos Correa will bring up Anthony Rizzo. 2 outs, 1 man on. Right facing Rizzo with a 1-2 count. And Rizzo's going to ground it weakly to short. The throw goes to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. We do not score. Going to the bottom of the third of a 2-0 ball game. Albies leading off against McCullers here in the bottom of the third with a 3-1 count. McCullers gets him to ground it weakly to second. Hoerner has it, throwing to first. 4-3 is the putout. And now Acuna the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 1-1 count. And a drive into right on the run. Jumping and not able to catch it is Tauchman. The throw goes back into the cutoff man. That is going to be a 1-out double for Ronald Acuna. And now Freddie Freeman the batter with 1 out, 1 man on in the bottom of the third inning. McCullers working. Here's the first pitch. The runner goes. The throw down to third, and he is out. Miguel Amaya has thrown out his first base runner of the season, and now there's 2 outs and nobody on. Freeman facing McCullers here in the bottom of the third inning. Full count, payoff pitch, and there's a grounder to first. Rizzo has it. Stepping on the base, that will end the inning. So the Braves do not score. We go to the top of the fourth of a 2-0 contest. Wright will face Springer here in the top of the fourth inning. With a full count, Springer is going to swing and miss for strike 3. That is a high fastball. He could not catch up to it. 95 there. And it brings up Danny Santana with 1 out and nobody on. Wright working with a 2-2 count. And a check swing, strike 3. That is going to be 4th strikeout of the game for Kyle Wright. And now Amaya the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Wright working with a 2-strike count. And a looper past the second baseman into right field. Amaya is now 2 for 2 on the day. And he is on first with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Tauchman. Top of the fourth inning, Cubs down by 2. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Mike Tauchman. And he's going to line that one into center field for another base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is Amaya. He is going to be safe, and he goes first to third on the Tauschman single. So now the Cubs have runners on the corners with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. McCullers is going to bat, again trying to add to his own cause here. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to McCullers, and he's going to loop that one into short right field. Going back is the second baseman, Albies. He'll make the catch to end the inning. The Cubs stranding 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-0 ball game. Travis d'Arnaud is going to lead off against McCullers here in the bottom of the 4th with a 2-1 count. There's a drive into center field. That's going to be over the center fielder's head, go all the way to the fence. The runner slides in safely to second with a lead-off double. So Travis d'Arnaud is in scoring position, and Camargo is the next batter. Bottom of the 4th inning, Braves up by 2. Here's an 0-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Camargo swings and misses at a big curveball. It brings up Dave Fletcher. With 1 out, 1 man on, McCullers working with a 1-strike count, and that gets away. It rolls all the way to the backstop. The catcher has it, but the runner advances to third, so that is now going to put a runner 90 feet away with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a full count pitch. Fletcher waiting, and a liner into center field. On the run is Springer. He makes the sliding catch for the 2nd out of the inning. However, the runner on third is going to tag up and score easily, and now the Braves have a 3-0 lead. McCullers now facing right with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. A liner into right field. Kyle Wright has a base hit. He is on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Pescia, the batter. He is 0 for 2 today, facing McCullers with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's the 1-ball count, and the pitch gets away. McCullers continuing to struggle in this game. 2nd wild pitch of the inning. Wright advances to second. Pescia still batting with a 2-0 count and a grounder back toward the mound. McCullers has it. He throws to first to get the speedy Pescia retired to end the inning. The Braves score once. We go to the top of the 5th of a 3-0 ball game. Paradas going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th inning. With a 1-1 count, Paradas popping it up down the right field line. Chasing is the right fielder, Acuna. He makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Nico Hoerner. With 1 out, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Nico Hoerner. He's going to ground that one over to third. Camargo has it, throwing over to first. That is out number 2. And now Correa, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. Wright working with a 3-1 count. Correa takes ball 4 low. So that'll be his 2nd walk issued to the game. And now Rizzo, the batter, with 2 outs and the runner on first. Rizzo representing the tying run here in the 5th inning. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Rizzo takes ball 4. So back-to-back walks puts 2 men on base for the Cubs, and it brings up George Springer. With 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs down by 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Wright working with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Grounder back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 3-0 ball game. McCullers coming out for inning of work number 5. He's going to face Inciarte, Albies, and Acuna here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 is the count. McCullers delivering the pitch. Grounder to first. Rizzo has it. Stepping on the base. That is out number 1. Albies now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Ozzie Albies. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. Heading for extra bases. He's going to head a stand-up double here with 1 out in the 5th inning. And now Acuna is the batter with Freeman coming up next here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, 1 man on. McCullers working. Here comes the pitch. That is hit by the pitch. Acuna shakes it off and heads down to first, and now we're going to have to warm up a reliever. So, in this instance, Junior Fernandez is going to be the man of the hour. He's going to be warmed up in the bullpen. We're going to visit the mound, and, you know, McCullers says he's nowhere near being out of gas. but he just hasn't looked good today at all. So McCullers facing Freeman with 2 men on and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. McCullers really needs a ground ball right here. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that gets away. That, I believe, is the 3rd wild pitch of this game for McCullers. So now there's runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and we're going to go ahead and walk Freddie Freeman. Intentional walk, put him over on 1st. Set up the force at any base. And now Darnaud is the batter, and he is 2 for 2 today, but McCullers is going to take his chances with Darnaud with 1 out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 count, infield drawn in. There's a pop-up to center, coming over is Springer. He makes the catch and he throws home. The runner comes home, and he is safe. So another run scores on the sacrifice fly, and now the Braves have a 4-0 lead. And Camargo is the next batter for the Braves. So with 2 outs and 2 men on, Fernandez is ready in the bullpen. I'd really like to give McCullers a chance to finish this inning. He's due up 4th in the next half inning. So, gonna let McCullers pitch to Camargo to see if he can finish the inning. If he can't, then we'll bring in Fernandez and have him face Fletcher. So, with 2 outs, 2 men on, McCullers working. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and there's a pop-up to center. Coming in is Springer. He looks up, and he puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Braves score again. They take a 4-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Now, Danny Santana leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 6th. Right on the mound for inning of work number 6. The Cubs need to get something going here. Down by 4. Santana waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Santana goes down swinging. That is the 1st out of the inning. And it brings up Miguel Amaya with 1 out and nobody on. Amaya is 2 for 2 today. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that is outside for ball 4. So Amaya draws the walk. He heads down to 1st. And Tauschman is the next batter. This is an instance where I feel like the right play is to pinch run for Amaya. I'd really hate to ground into a double play here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Excuse me. So the pinch runner in this situation is going to be Jambrione. Here we brought in to pinch run for the catcher. Now, he's over at 1st with 1 out and Tauschman the batter here in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to be looking for a situation to get the runner going. Let's see what happens. Right, facing Tauschman. Here is the 1st pitch, and there's a pickoff move over to 1st, but Jambrione is safe. So here comes the pitch. That's a fastball for ball 1. That is low. So now on pitch number 3, we're going to try to steal 2nd, see what happens here. Here's the pitch, and that is low. Jambrione decides to hold at 1st. He took a couple steps and then retreated. So that's another, that was a cutter, also at 95. So now with a 2-0 count, there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. That was a fastball at 97. I feel like we've got to get a breaking pitch here at some point. We're going to try to steal again with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. The runner does not go. Strike called a curveball. So now a 2-2 count. The runner needs to protect. And we're going to do the run and hit here in the top of the 6th inning. Tauschman with a 2-2 count. And he does not swing. However, the runner is safe at 2nd on the steal attempt. So McCullers now the batter with a runner on 2nd and 2 outs. And now we're going to send up Mallex Smith to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs and the runner on 2nd. Mallex Smith facing Kyle Wright. Here is the full count pitch, and he takes ball 4 So that is going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs, and it brings up Isaac Paradas with the Cubs down by 4. Start trying to mount a rally here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Paradas facing right. He is 0 for 2 today. Here is the first pitch to Paradas, and he's going to loop that one into right field, coming in fast as Acuna, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs leave 2. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th of a 4-0 ball game. Junior Fernandez was warmed up. So how are we going to do the defensive alignment here? We're going to put Fegley in as the catcher to bat 6th. And then Junior Fernandez is going to be brought in to pitch and bat 8th. All right, so Junior Fernandez is going to face David Fletcher and then the pitcher's spot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez has thrown 11 innings, walked 4, struck out 17 with a 4.09 ERA. Fernandez working in the bottom of the 6th with a 3-1 count. The Cubs down by 4. Here is the pitch. And that's way outside. That is ball 4. So the walk is issued. And now Kyle Wright will be allowed to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez working. I assume a sacrifice might be in order here. The pitch, there's the bunt right back toward the mound. The throw goes over to first, and it's thrown away. Junior Fernandez throws it away, and that everybody's going to be safe. So now Pescia comes up with first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and a grounder to third. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and there is a 5-4-3 double play. So the Cubs have 2 outs now. The runner advances to third, and Inciarte is the batter. Fernandez facing Inciarte with 2 outs and 1 man on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Fernandez, and there's a liner into left going back, and making the running catch is Santana to end the inning. So the error does not come back to haunt the Cubs. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 4-0 ball game. Nico Hoerner is going to lead off against Kyle Wright here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch, and Hoerner's going to ground it over to third. Weakly hit, the throw goes over to first, and that is out number 1. Next up, Carlos Correa, and he's going to face a reliever from the Braves bullpen. Lefty TJ McFarland is coming into the game. He has thrown 7 1/3 innings, walked 3, struck out 3, and has an ERA of 0. Coming in with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. Correa waiting for the 0-2 pitch from McFarland. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Correa goes down swinging. It brings up Anthony Rizzo. 2 outs and nobody on. McFarland working with a 1-1 count. And Rizzo grounds it towards short. The throw goes over to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-0 ball game. Ozzie Albies is going to lead off against Junior Fernandez. We are going to warm up the reliever, Jimenez. We're going to visit the mound to get him warming up. Fernandez probably only going to be asked to face 1 or 2 batters here. Facing Albies now with a full count. And here is the pitch, and that is ball 4 low. So Albies draws the walk. Fernandez now facing Acuna, and Jimenez is ready to come in. So he is going to enter the ball game, again, in the number 8 spot. Jimenez will work to Acuna with nobody out and the runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jimenez with a 1-ball count, looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a pop-up deep center field. Going back is Springer. He makes the catch short of the warning track for out number 1. Next up, Freddie Freeman with 1 out and 1 man on. Freeman working, waiting for the 0-2 pitch. There's a grounder up the middle. Pitcher has it, throws to second. No relay to first, however. So the fielder's choice retires the lead runner. And now Darnaud comes up with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here is the 1-2 count and the pitch to Darnaud, and a liner into right. That is off the end of the bat for a single. The throw, however, goes to third, and the runner's going to be thrown out to end the inning. Tauschman with a terrific defensive play throwing out the runner attempting to advance from first to third. So the Braves do not score. They strand a runner. We go to the top of the 8th of a 4-0 ball game. McFarland now facing Springer here in the top of the 8th inning. Cubs down by 4. Here is a full count pitch, and Springer grounds it toward first. The first baseman Freeman has it, flips to the pitcher covering. That is out number 1. Danny Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and Santana grounds it to short. The throw goes to first. That is out number 2. Josh Phegley is up next with McFarland pitching, 2 outs, nobody on. Here is a 1-1 pitch to Phegley, and he lines that one down the right field line. That is going to drop in for a 2-out single. Phegley stopping at first, and that'll bring up Tauschman, which means we need to warm up a reliever, not a Brave reliever, but a Cub reliever, in the event that the pitcher spot would actually come up. We are going to warm up Hendricks. So with 2 outs and the runner on first, Luke Jackson will be brought in out of the Braves bullpen. He has thrown 8 2/3 innings, walked 6, struck out 14 with a 2.08 ERA. He's going to face Tauschman with 2 outs and 1 man on in the top of the 8th inning. Here is the first pitch to Tauschman. And a pop-up to right. Coming in is Acuna. On the run, he looks up and puts it away for out number 3. So the Cubs strand another runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-0 ball game. And Jimenez is going to continue to work for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. With a 2-2 count, Jimenez delivering the pitch. There is strike 3 with a fastball at 95, so that is out number 1. And now Jimenez will work to Fletcher. With 1 out, nobody on. Jimenez delivering the pitch. Grounder toward third. Paradas has it. He throws over to first for out number 2. Now a pinch hitter. Nick Martini is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on base. Jimenez facing Martini with an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch and a pop-up right center field. Coming over is Springer. He calls off Tauschman and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the 9th with the Cubs down by 4. Now, Jimenez is slated to lead off. The Braves bring lefty Will Smith in from the bullpen, and we're going to counter with the righty Ryan Braun here in the 9th inning. And in the event that the game might actually be tied, we're going to warm up Edwin Diaz. So, Braun coming in to pinch hit, leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 9th inning. Braun is 8 for 24 on the season with a home run and 3 RBIs. Here's a 2-0 count and the pitch to Ryan Braun. Here it comes. Braun's going to loop that one behind first base. The first baseman Freeman goes back and grabs it for out number 1. Paradas now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Smith facing Paradas with an 0-2 count. And Paradas is going to swing and miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. Nico Horner now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on base. Smith working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch and a grounder toward short. This is going to do it. The throw goes over to first and that will end the game. So the Braves win this game 4-0. They get 4 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Cubs, no runs on 5 hits with 1 error. We see that the player of today's game is the Braves' Travis d'Arnaud. He managed to go 3 for 3 with a run scored and 3 RBIs in this contest. The Cubs' Lance McCullers suffers his first loss of the season. He went 5 innings of 5-hit, 4-run baseball with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Kyle Wright earns his second win of the season. He improves to 2-1 with 6 2/3 innings of 4-hit shutout baseball, 5 walks and 6 strikeouts. And the Cubs just had a hard time getting runners moved around the base paths today. Well, the Cubs dropped to 15-9 while the Braves improved to 13-11. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.